One.
Morning.
Morning po.
Morning po.
Good morning. So, today is even week. So, online class tayo. And for our online class, we have the Google Classroom wherein some of your some of our activities will have to be submitted in the Google Classroom. Kaya nagawa tayo ng Google Classroom. Okay? So, wait muna natin yung iba. Nasa 35 na tayo. So, meron pa tayong inaantay na 5 pa. Now, let me present first my screen. Pasensya na, hindi marunong si Ma'am hindi ako galing mag-computer. Kaya laging presentation ko ay aking screen para hindi ako nawawala. Okay. Okay, so let us have, 37. So, may tatlo pa tayong nawawala. So again, let me present you the Google Classroom we have. So this is our Google Classroom. And this is the classwork wherein most of the materials are posted here. And we have the people in our Google Classroom. So we have 39 students plus ako 40. And also, na-share ko na rin naman sa inyo yung official class list of 3101 at 3104. So ito yon. Dito muna tayo mag-roll call ulit para at least official ito, ano? Okay. Hindi naman tayo lagi pag face to face tayo, we have the student form attendance, So the form for student attendance. Since bago pa rin ulit tayo, so para ma-check natin if you're included in the student list for thermodynamics, dito tayo mag-roll call. Ko lang kung narito na. Ayan, isa na lang ang inaantay natin. Let us have the roll call. Magbilis lang to. Abbas Andrea May. Say present if you're here sa Google Meet natin. Sabi nung isang student, ma'am, ipopost nyo din ba sa Google Classroom yung PowerPoint? Hindi na. Ito naman ay from the textbook din. Kumbaga, kinukuha ko lang yung definition. Para lang sa presentation, di ba? Now, also, sabi ko nga sa inyo, you have a notebook. Punta muna tayo sa ating anong nangyari sa notebook nyo? Nakabili ba kayo ng notebook? So, may notebook na ba lahat? Nag-start na ba kayo magsulat sa inyong notebook na lecture? Assignment nyo is chapter 1 ng kay Sontag. At yun yung laman ng yun yung laman ng nakabili na ba kayo ng notebook? Class?
Yes po.
Meron na. So, yung size is yung medium, di ba? Okay. Now, tingnan natin yung kay Sontag textbook. Bago yung ginawa ko. preliminaries. This is our textbook. Yan. So makikita nyo sa chapter 1 are all definition of terms. And of course, in relation with thermodynamics. Yan. Okay, so the field of thermodynamics is concerned with the science of energy, focusing on energy storage and energy conversion process. So, maganda naman siya if you're going to read the introduction, ano, but again, for going to read the my yan. So yung tanong niya na, ma'am, ipopost niyo pa po ba yung inyong PowerPoint? So, hindi na kasi makikita niyo naman, yun din naman ang nakalagay. Ano, para lang sa presentation, sa lecture, parang outline lang siya. So, ito yun din mababasa niyo dun. The field of thermodynamics is concerned with the science of energy, focusing on energy storage and energy conversion processes. Diba? Yun din ang laman ng aking. Para lang sa presentation siya ng lecture. Okay, so again, thermodynamics, sabi nga dito sa padalawang slide, okay, is derived from the Greek words therme, meaning heat, and dynamics, meaning strength. Okay, so that we're going to focus mostly on thermal energy, that is heat, and its movement, meaning pag nagkaroon ng heat transfer, pag nag-apply ka ng heat, and nagkaroon ng heat transfer, the question is, ano bang nangyari? Anong effect niya sa ating system or sa matter, no, sa substance? Anong effect niya? Okay. So again, thermodynamics describes how thermal energy is converted to and from other forms of energy and how it affect matters. Okay. So ibig sabihin, we're going to study the heat transfer, no? The conversion or the transformation of this energy into another form of energy. So, of course, pag sinabi natin heat, it is a form of energy. So, marami pa tayong forms ng energy. We're going to study that. Okay? Now, here we have the laws of thermodynamics. Okay. Actually, there are 4 laws of thermodynamics, starting with the zeroth law. But we're going to discuss zeroth law sa ating properties of substance. It relates with the properties of our substance. So, for the major laws of thermodynamics, we have the first law, the second law, and the third law. Of course, the first law states that the total energy of a system remains constant, even if it is converted from one form to another. So this is the statement for the conservation of energy. We also have the second law. This is the law for the direction of heat transfer. Okay, pagdating natin sa processes, okay, so pag nag-apply ka ng heat, paano yung direction niya, and its transformation from one form to another. Okay. And for the third law, this one is for the cycle. So it says there uh, the energy is not only conserved, okay, but some of the energy must be must be uh, not really wasted, but tinatapon siya uh, sa sink. So that is the principle ng ating thermodynamic cycle. Okay, so yun siya, the 3 laws of thermodynamics. At isa-isahin natin ito. Now, sabi nga dito, since ang ating energy, ang ating Thermodynamics is the conversion of thermal energy into another form and how it affects matter. Okay, so we're going to discuss first, hindi naman talaga ganun ka transformation of energy agad. We're going to discuss here the substance, which is uh, the one that performs the energy transformation. We have the properties of substances. We're going also to have the tinatawag natin na thermodynamic system. It is the container of the substance. You know? So, para makita natin yung mga container ng substance na yun, let us have an example. At doon natin kuhanin to sa sa textbook para mas malaki. Okay. Okay, so ito siya. Kinarap ko lang siya at inilagay ko doon sa PowerPoint, pero nandun siya sa ating textbook. Kaya sabi ko nga sa inyo, yung textbook ang ating buksan. Okay. So this is an example of how we're going to discuss thermodynamics. On what is thermodynamics all about? Now we have here a substance, what we call water, and it's gaseous form, water vapor, or steam. So makikita natin yung naka-blue. Ito yung flow ng ating substance from liquid and then naging gas siya or naging water vapor siya and pumasok siya sa cycle. So we're going to talk about properties of substances and the container. Ito na siya yung tinatawag natin na thermodynamic system. And ibibigay natin yung assignment later. Okay, so puntahan muna natin ang istorya nitong steam power plant. Okay. So we have here, start natin dito sa pump na to. So here, merong pump, okay, na itinataas niya yung pressure ng liquid. This time, this is water. So pag tinaas mo yung pressure niya, syempre, papaandarin mo yung motor, meron kang power, meron kang work na i-input sa motor para mataas na yung pressure. So doon pa lang, meron na tayong analysis on the pump itself. Ano bang nangyari pag ang motor ay isinaksak mo, sinuplayan mo ng energy, ng power. Okay? So pag tumakbo siya, anong nangyayari sa water? Anong effect niya? Although wala pa tayong heat transfer dito, but still, you have the work, and you have the effect sa ating substance. So tumataas ang pressure niya para mag-flow siya. Okay? Dito sa tubes na to, makikita niyo may tubes siya. Kulay blue. Okay? So yun pala, we have the substance na water and we have the pump as the thermodynamic system or the container. Okay? So the one that does the transformation of energy into another form. So yun palang isang system na yun yung doon natin sisimulaan yung analysis, hindi yung buong steam power plant agad-agad. Hindi. We're going to start with properties ng substance and then isa-isahin natin. Okay? So, makikita natin, pag ipinump na yung water dito, this is what we call the steam generator or the boiler. Or parang pag nagpakulo ka ng water, eto na siya. So, ang purpose dito is to increase the temperature of the water para at higher temperature and higher pressure, makakreate siya ng steam or ng water vapor. Okay? So, paano tayo magpapabulak? E di syempre, ilalagay mo sa kalan, buksan mo yung kalan, you're going to supply the heat. Okay, so for this steam power plant, makikita natin, ito yung tinatawag natin na furnace. Okay, so yung mga tubes na yon ay nasa loob ng furnace para pag naglagay ka ng, ng fire dito, tataas na yung temperature ng ating water. So, paano mag-create ng fire sa furnace? Sa example dito, we have the fuel as coal. So, pwede naman tayong sa ibang power plant ay hindi naman laging coal. Meron tayong coal power plant sa Kalaka. Meron tayong diesel power plant sa Santa Rita. Meron tayong natural gas sa Ilihan. Yan yung mga pag kayo napapunta doon sa mga planta na yon, iba't iba yung gatong. Okay, so ang gatong natin dito ay coal. So yung coal dito sa storage, dadaan siya sa grinder, okay, para fine siya, para madali siya masunog. Okay? So ang element ng fire, we have air plus the fuel plus the combustion. So pag nag-ignite ka, di makaka-create ka na ng fire. Okay, so yun yung fire ngayon dun sa ating furnace. Okay, so bago tayo pumunta doon, punta muna natin ano bang nangyari doon sa coal. So sa furnace, meron tayong slag. So yung mga ashes sa furnace, so dito pumupunta siya sa slag. And another product na combustion is yung usok or what we call the flue gas. Okay? So merong usok siya, yung init doon. Bago siya lumabas doon sa pipe na yon, dumadaan muna din siya sa stir drum. So yung water papunta doon, mas mainit dito yung flue gas. So nakukuha niya yung init ng flue gas. And para maitapon siya sa environment, so kailangan natin ng ash separator para maalis yung light na ash, what we call fly ash. And then also para maalis yung mga other impurities sa ating flue gas, yung mga H2S, hydrofluoric sulfide, para maalis yung mga impurities niya. So, meron tayong gas purifier, and then saka pa natin itatapon sa environment. Okay, so mataas yung chimney para yung mga nadadala pa, yung hindi nalinis ng fly ash, is mag-settle siya dito sa bottom para talagang malinis yung fly ash na yan. Yung flue gas na ilalabas sa environment. Okay. So, punta na tayo sa ating anong nangyari sa ating pinakukulong tubig. Okay, so ito na yung water natin. It's subjected to fire sa furnace para tumaas ang temperature. And again, ang kailangan natin is maging water vapor siya. So, kailangan natin na mataas ang temperature. And meron tayong dito drum para sa collection ng ating steam. So, paglabas niya dito, it is high pressure, high temperature. Okay, mataas ang temperature, mataas ang pressure. So, yun yung kailangan nating property ng substance dito, ng ating water vapor, para magpatakbo siya ng turbine. So, we have here the turbine. Ang turbine is a mechanical device wherein meron siyang mga blades dito. Okay? Na yun yung patatakbuhin, yun yung pagtama ng ating high pressure, high temperature na steam, iikot yung mga blades. Okay? So, para siyang wind turbine. Sa wind turbine naman, ang nagpapatakbo ay wind. Okay? Yung wind turbine sa ano tawag dito? Sa Ilocos. Okay? Yung pagpunta nyo doon, nag-field trip kayo doon. So, wind turbine naman siya. So, again, sa turbine, meron dito mga propeller, may mga blades siya na kailangan umikot siya. So, pag umikot naman siya, nakakouple siya sa shaft, and yung shaft na yon ang nagpo-produce ng power. Okay, so, pag umikot siya, nakaka-produce siya ng work. And that is power. And yung power na yon ay dumadaan sa ating mga generator at dumadaan sa ating mga battery para merong may supply sa ating power grid. Okay, so yung part na to ay electric. Pang-ii na siya. Okay. Now, balikan natin yung turbine. Pag tumaba yung steam doon sa mga blades na yon, so lalabas na siya sa ating turbine. And some of the steam here remains steam and mataas pa rin ang temperature at mataas pa rin ang pressure. But ang problema para maibalik siya sa furnace is kailangan may condition yung kaya ng pump. Okay? So, hindi kaya ng pump ang mataas na temperature ng steam at mataas ang pressure. So, ang ginagawa is yung pressure usually is bumababa na dito after. Pero yung temperature, mataas pa rin. So, that bago ipump ulit sa furnace, dumadaan muna siya doon sa tinatawag natin na condenser. Okay? Or more specifically called heat exchanger. Kasi nag-exchange lang siya ng heat with other medium. So, meron tayong tinatawag na cooling water circulation para makondense etong ating steam from the turbine. So, ang nangyayari doon sa cooling water, nagkakaroon ng heat exchange. Malamig siya yung paglabas mainit na. Okay, so, yun. And sa steam natin, mababa na ang temperature niya. Okay? So, tatanong nyo naman, bakit naman alang ibaba tapos patataasin ulit? Hindi kasi pwede siyang idiretso na dito since mataas ang So, kailangan mo na siyang i-condense and then ipump ulit sa furnace. Okay? And that is the cycle ng ating steam power plant. Okay. So, makikita ninyo again, we have here the pump, the furnace, the turbine, condenser, meron pa ng steam drum, although meron pa rin dito heat transfer from the flue gas doon sa steam drum. So these are the thermodynamic system na malimit yung makakasalubong pagdating sa mga problems. Okay? So that para maintindihan ninyo kung anong nangyayari doon sa pump, doon sa condenser, your assignment, another assignment na naman, but this time, hindi niyo susulat sa notebook. I-research nyo these mechanical devices na specifically for thermodynamics. Although lahat naman to ay for thermodynamics, nagkakaroon ng heat transfer. So, lahat ito ay mechanical devices, and please research on these devices. Sa research nyo, you're going to have the illustration or the description, the function, and let's say merong mga types, let's say compressor, ano ba types ng compressor, and so on. Okay. That will be your assignment and to be submitted online. Hindi nyo siya kailangan i-print. Lalagay nyo lang siya sa either sa anong tawag doon? Sa bond paper, long bond paper. Anong tawag doon sa form? Sensya na. Nakakalimutan ni ma'am ang mga tawag. Ito, sa docs. Anong tawag dito? Yan. Ilagay nyo lang dito sa drive. And then, i-post nyo sa ating Google Classroom. Google Docs. Nakakalimutan ni mga tawag. So, we're going to create a topic here. Actually, assignment. And ang title is Mechanical Devices. And you're going to research on, lalagyan ko siya mamaya ng and you're going to, paano nga ba nag-upload? Nag-attach. Day natin assignment. Ang due date niya will be next meeting, Anong date next meeting? August. Ngayon ay 25. Ay di sa September 1. Talaga. September 1 na. Talaga na-create pa si Mama. Okay, so all the your assignment should be posted in this assignment, mechanical devices, and ipopost nyo lang dito. Okay. So what are those mechanical devices again? Uh, yeah, to start with pump, steam generator or furnace. We have turbines and condenser. Ito ay compressor. This is a air compressor. Uh, for refrigeration system, yan. Ito yung nangyayari sa inyong ref. Okay? So, dito naman, again, ang ating prime mover dito is compressor. So, this is a gas compressor. Siya yung pag sinaksak mo yung ref, siya yung unang tatakbo. Ano? Doon nakakabit. So, doon sa shaft niya, this is a compressor. So, pag ikinompress mo ang gas, sa taas ang pressure niya. Mataas ng pressure ay bababa ang temperature. Okay, so pagpasok niya dito sa ating, syempre, ito yung lahat ito nasa likod ng ref, nando sa baba. Okay. So, yung mga tubings na yon dito, since malamig yung ating refrigerant, kukunin niya, mag-absorb siya ng heat from its surrounding. So, ang surrounding niya ay yung ating ref. No? Saan nandun yung ating mga food. So, mas mataas ang temperature ng surrounding pag nag-give off siya ng heat, so ma-absorb ng ating refrigerant. Bababa naman ang temperature ng surrounding up to the freezing point. Okay? So, ang ano natin dito, ang purpose doon, ang objective doon is ma-absorb ng refrigerant yung heat coming from its surrounding para lumamig siya, ang iinit yung ating refrigerant. Tataas ang temperature niya so that ito yung tinatawag natin yung coil dito is the condenser. So, kailangan din bago siya maipump dito ulit sa compressor is ma-condense siya. Okay, so at this point, IT warm na yung ating refrigerant. So kung mafe-feel nyo, doon sa ref, meron siyang part doon sa likod na mainit. Okay, kasi tumaas na ang temperature ng ating refrigerant. Okay, so warm na siya. And then, pupunta siya sa expansion valve. Okay, and then, paglabas niya doon, malamig na yung ating liquid. But in gaseous form na siya. Dito liquid siya. So, dito in gaseous form na siya. And papasok naman siya sa evaporator. So, paglabas ng evaporator, malamig na siya na vapor or gas. Okay? Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, this is gas compressor. Ganun na ulit. Iko-compress siya. Okay? Para tumaas ang pressure pero mababa ang temperature and the cycle begins. So again, the mechanical devices here is the compressor. You have the condenser ulit. Okay? We have the evaporator and the expansion valve. Okay? From sa tinatawag naman natin na internal combustion engine, okay, meron tayong, this is a schematic diagram of a piston valve cylinder. Although, ito ay pinasimple lang. Okay? So, sa ating mga makina, meron tayong tinatawag na piston cylinder arrangement. Ito yung cylinder and then meron siyang piston. Although this is just a schematic diagram of what is happening doon, pero somewhat ganyan yung tsura niya. Okay? And um, most of our example problems for closed system, yung sarado, is what we call the piston cylinder. So, malimit nating makakasalubong ito. So, again, para pag nakasalubong natin yung situation na yon, ay madali nating ma-picture. Alam natin kung anong nangyayari. Ano? Let's say, pag ito ay kinompress, kaya may weights doon para makompress yung gas. So, ano bang nangyayari pag na-compress siya? Delete ang volume. Okay. Tataas ang pressure. Anong nangyayari sa temperature? Yung mga ganon. Okay, so, your assignment again, okay, para malinaw, is to research on these mechanical devices with actual illustration, hindi schematic diagram, kasi katulad nito, ito ay simple presentation, simple schematic diagram of a piston cylinder. So para makita niyo kung ano talaga yung function ng combustion engine, is research on these mechanical devices, para at least nakikita nyo kung ano itong mga mechanical devices na to. And ma-visualize nyo paano yung process na nangyayari. And these mechanical devices will be used always pagdating natin sa mga examples, pagdating natin sa mga problems. Okay? Malinaw ga class ang inyong assignment. Stop ko muna ang presentation para makita ko kayo. Para bang makikita ko kayo. Malinaw ba ang inyong assignment? That is assignment for today, and that will be submitted on ang deadline natin. Ilalagay nyo lang sa Google Classroom natin. Submitted and deadline will be next week. So you have 1 week para maghanap sa internet, ilagay sa Google Docs, and then isubmit sa, hindi yung drive ha, yung mismong research paper ninyo ang inyong isasubmit, hindi yung drive. Okay? Question? Parang nagsulat kayo sa bond paper at inyong pinicturan at ipopost nyo doon. Okay, yun nga lang, hindi nyo siya isusulat. Soft copy lang siya. So, yun, yung term. Soft copy to be submitted sa ating Google Classroom. Okay na? Maliwanag ba? You have question? Thank you, Miss Andrea. May pa-heart si Miss Andrea. Okay, balik ulit ako sa aking presentation. Okay, ulit tayo sa ating pero pa nakalimutan na isa. Kasi this are discussion na ng thermodynamic system. Okay, let us before we go to thermodynamic system, let us have, na ginagawa ko kanina na PowerPoint, hindi ko lang natapos. Pero madali na to. System of units. Wala pa palang laman. Okay. So we have here the system of units. Bago tayo mag-start with thermodynamics, although thermodynamics din ito, mag-elementary muna tayo, the system of units. There are two measurement systems, the English engineering system, or we all usually use it as English system, and the SI or the metric system. So, English or metric system, ano din siya. Okay? So, we have here the fundamental units are postulated or defined units. Example are length, time, mass, and force. So we have the for SI or metric system, unit ng length, usually is in meter or centimeter or millimeter. And for English, we have inches at saka foot. Okay? So, for time, iisa naman ang time natin. Seconds or minutes, ano? Both for English and SI. And then we have the different unit for mass. Uh, we have kilogram for metric and we have pounds for English. So, pagdating natin ng first quiz, ID conversion laang from one unit into another unit. Halo-halo siya. Okay? And then we have, napatigil ako dito kanina, derived units. These are with units formed from the fundamental units, katulad ng area. Okay? Area is usually length times width. So it is dalawang unit ng length and usually they are in square units. Katulad ng millimeter square or meter square, foot square, and so on. We also have volume, and that is area multiplied by the length multiplied by the height. So, tatlong unit ng length yon. So, we usually have cubic units. Kaya lang napakarami ng units na familiar naman tayo, pero iba yung hindi siya cubic, katulad ng gallons and liters. So you have to be familiar with these terms, with these units, kasi yun yung mapapalagay sa ating exam. Okay? So, kailangan ready ka, alam mo ang conversion ng gallons into liter, liter into cubic meter, para ayun kasi ang exam, converting from one unit into another. Okay? Aside from volume, so we have here the unit of force. Okay, let me, kasi hindi lang siya natuloy dito. Yan. Punta natin yung second slide ko na ginagawa. We have the energy. Since ang ating thermodynamics is the transformation of one form of energy into another form, so that energy is defined as the ability to do work, and work is, saan ba yan ang na lecture? Ayan. Kasabay Work is defined as the product of force and multiplied by the distance. Okay, so from this, we're going to have the unit ng force. Ayan. Ito na natin kunin para nakakabasa tayo ng yan. So since ang ating kailangang unit is unit ng energy, so kailangan natin mapalabas ang unit ng energy. Okay, so energy again is force times distance. So again, distance is length, Okay, so pag multiply natin ng force times distance, kailangan unit ng energy. So yun yung kailangan nating masaulo. Yun ang kailangan nating ma-accomplish. So, ipunta muna tayo sa force. So, sabi dito, force is viewed as fundamental. Fundamental meaning it is some units are defined. Okay? And sometimes it is derived. Katulad ng sa SI. So, yung sa English, it is found. Force is which is, mamaya natin which is pounds, And for SI, malimit na unit ng force is in Newton. and which is a derived, and also defined kasi pinangalan siya kay Newton. So, siya ay defined, fundamental unit siya. Okay, para maintindihan natin. This is kay David Burkhardt. So, let us define force. Sana yung ilalagay ko sa PowerPoint. Dito na. Diretso na tayo dito. Okay. From Newton's second law of motion, which states that force acting on the body is equal to the time rate of change in momentum. So, yun yung definition ng force. This is the time rate of change in momentum. Lecture lang naman yan. Baka sabihin nyo naman ay nag-differential equation pa si ma'am. So, this is the formula for momentum. It is mass multiplied by velocity. Okay, so the time rate of change niya. Since it is a product, so we have here the derivative of a product, which is, yeah. So this is velocity multiplied by the change in mass, dm over dt. And since it is a product, plus mass multiplied by dv over dt. Okay. Now, since mass is constant, okay, so change in mass, dm is change in mass. And since mass is constant, so magsisiro na aring part na aring expression ay 0. Matitira na lang is mass multiplied by dv over dt. Now, change in volume, change in velocity per unit of time is what we call acceleration, or it is the definition of acceleration. That is the time rate of change in velocity. So, mass multiplied by acceleration, yun ang tinatawag natin na force. Okay, so doon nanggaling yung formula ng force na mass multiplied by acceleration. Okay. Now, again, this is important kasi unit ng force and you multiply it with unit ng distance, kailangan energy. Kaya iniisa-isahin natin lagi. Okay, so let me have the tingnan natin kung makaka-connect tayo dito sa ating whiteboard. Para ma-explain natin ang ating unit ng force at unit ng energy. Bakit hindi umigo ang stylus nito? Yun lang, hindi gumana. Ayaw niyang gumana ng tablet. Okay, hanap tayo ng table. Wait lang ha. Hanap lang ako ng table kasi I was trying to create the table. Hanap tayo ng isa pang reference book. Wait lang ha, maghanap lang ako ng reference book. Yung madaling explain ang unit ng energy. Hala, wala naman. Wala na, na-erase na. Okay. So, present ulit ako ng aking screen. This is another book by Thermodynamics by Santa Maria. And ipopost ko to sa ating GC. Okay. Hindi lang dito uh, sa ating, ang tawag dito, sa ating Google Classroom kasi baka may reklamo tayo ni Santa Maria dahil ito ay scan copy ng kanyang book. Okay, so nakikita niyo na ba? So this is also thermodynamics, and thermodynamics by Santa Maria starts with the system of units, yung ang ating tinatawag na unit ng energy. Now, may table siya dito. Ay, wala. Hindi pala niya ginamitan ng table. Okay, anyway. Ito na lang gamitin natin. Ayan, ito na lang gamitin natin. Although, hindi siya naka-table pero naka-ano siya. Naka-in-words siya. Okay. So, we have here the three system of units ito. Yung baba is English units. So, ang tawag niya is FPS system. This is foot pound seconds. So, that is unit ng length, unit ng mass, and unit ng time. Foot pound system. Yung sunod is MKS. So, this is yung metric natin. Sa metric, this is meter, this is kilogram, and this is seconds. MKS system. And yung isa pa, which is also metric, SI, kaya lang this one is in centimeter ang distance, ang length. Ang mass niya is in grams at ang time niya is in seconds. So, kaya meron siyang CGS system. So that we have here the resulting unit for force, which is mass times acceleration. Okay, so ang ano niya is, if you multiply the force, ano ba yan? Wait lang ha. Alis yung kulay blue na yan. 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 If you multiply the force, unit ng force with unit ng mass, okay, ang kailangan niya, ulit. If you multiply mass with unit ng acceleration, yan, ang kailangan niyang ano is the resulting unit ng force. Naintindihan ka? Ang gulo ni ma'am. Okay. So, ulit. Example, bigyan natin ng mas madaling example dun sa MKS. Okay, sa MKS system. So that ang unit ng mass is kilogram. So for 1 kilogram mass, at ang unit ng ating acceleration is meter per second square. Okay. If you multiply that 1 kilogram by this acceleration meter square, the resulting equation is Newton. 1 Newton. That is the equivalence of Newton at the definition of Newton. It is equivalent to 1 kilogram mass per second square. Okay? Dito ba? Narito yata explanation. So, for CGS system, ito siya, yung, ito pala siya. Okay? Yung second, yung first block is for CGS, itong second block is for MKS. So yung is 1 kilogram mass that accelerates at 1 meter per second, ang force niya needed, the force needed to accelerate this 1 kilogram mass at 1 meter per second is equivalent to 1 Newton. Same with CGS, ang unit ng mass natin is gram mass, and the acceleration is cm per second square, so that the resulting force or the force needed is what we call dyne. So yun yung term for CGS. Dyne is a force. So 1 dyne is equivalent to 1 gram mass cm per second square. For English, so that ang ating acceleration is in feet per second square, ang mass natin ay nasa slug. So hindi siya pounds but slug mass. And the resulting force is 1 pound force. Now, kung makikita ninyo dito, para ma-distinguish natin if we're talking about mass at saka force, since pareho sila ng unit. So, katulad nitong kilogram, meron siyang subscript na M. So, pag may subscript na M, siya ay mass. Okay, yung gram din na yon may M. So, yung slug is always a unit ng mass. So, okay lang siya. Now, if it is a force, meron tayong subscript na F. Katulad nito, pound force. So, meaning this is force. So, if your mass is in slug and your acceleration in feet per second square, ang resulting force niya is 1 pound force. Okay? Now, this is what we call the conversion factor or yung K natin na ginagamit. So, K here is the conversion factor. So that for this set of units, ang K natin is equal to 1. So kung tingnan natin dito, kasi familiar tayo with Newton. 1 Newton, yung nasa ilalim, is pag nilagay natin sa kabilang side, ang K natin is 1. So this is equivalent to 1 kilogram mass meter per second square. So yung unit na yun ng acceleration, meter per second square. So I multiply this kilogram mass with meter per second square, it is equivalent to 1 Newton. Okay, so yun yung ating one set of units. Another set ng units natin. So yun pa rin tayo. We have also uh, MKS, FPS, at saka CGS. Kaya lang, iba naman yung units. Ibang set ng units naman. So that for English, we have here yan. So 1 pound force, if you subject 1 pound mass with 1 pound force, so kanina yung ating FPS is slug mass, this time pound mass naman siya. If you subject this 1 pound mass with 1 pound force, the resulting acceleration is 32.174 feet per second. Okay, hindi na siya 1 feet per second. 32.174 na siya. Ganun din sa CGS, if you accelerate 1 kilogram mass at 1 kilogram force, so that the resulting acceleration is 960.66 cm per second square. Ganun din sa metric, 1 kilogram force will accelerate 1 kilogram mass. The resulting acceleration is 9.8066 meter per second square. So that we have this set of sabi nga, if the unit ng mass and unit ng force is the same. Katulad nito, 1 pound mass and 1 pound force. Okay? The resulting acceleration niya is hindi sa 1. Hindi 1. Merong value which is 32.174. Ganon din sa CGS. This is gram mass and this is gram force. For SI, this is kilogram mass and this is kilogram force. Pag pareho sila ng term, ang K natin or yung tinatawag natin na conversion factor ay hindi equal sa 1. Kung hindi, meron tayong value. So, puntahan natin ito. So, it says here, pag nilagay mo ari sa kabilang side yung kilogram force, okay, yung K natin is equivalent to 9.8066. So, 1 kilogram force is equivalent to 9.8066 kilogram mass meter per second square. Okay? So, bigyan natin ng example. Dito na rin tayo kumuha para makita ninyo. Marami pa siyang dyan. Marami pa siyang iba-iba pang units. Okay. Again, let us define first weight para meron tayong dito. Yan. Mass and weight. Mass of a body is the absolute quantity of matter in the body, and mass anywhere is constant. It's the same, it has the same value. Whereas the term weight of the body means the force of gravity on the body. So, ang ginamit dito na letter to symbolize weight is force due to gravity. Kaya siya ay F over G kasi weight is a force. Okay? And mass is mass, M. Ginagamit. Okay, so that since weight is a force, so that ang formula ng weight is, or ng FG is mass multiplied by G, which is G is the local gravitational acceleration. And it has the same numerical value as our K. So ang G symmetric is 9.8066 meter per second squared. Take note this, it is local gravitational acceleration. At standard value, G natin is 9.8066 meter per second square. And also for uh, English, it is 32.174 feet per second square. Okay, so wag malilito sa ating mga units. Okay. So kahit naman anong textbook ang gamitin mo, yan din ang lumalabas sa ating system of units. Let us have this example problem kasi mas madali ito. Yan. May illustration pa to. So consider that a person seated in a car is uniformly accelerated at 5 feet per second square and that the person has a mass of 180-pound mass. Find the horizontal force acting on the person. So kung makikita natin, ito yung illustration niya. Okay. So the person is accelerated horizontally where mass acceleration is given as 5 feet per second square and ang mass niya is 180-pound mass. So, ang hinahanap sa atin is yung force acting on the body. Okay, since we have the formula for force as mass multiplied by acceleration, dito natin makikita yung conversion factor. So, we have mass as 180-pound mass and ang ating acceleration is 5 feet per second square. Okay. So, ang kailangan natin is unit ng force. Ang lumalabas lang unit natin is pound mass feet per second square. So, para isa lang or ma-convert natin sa unit ng force and this for this one, ang required niya is pound force. Okay. So that we have to convert this, yung pound mass feet per second square, you have to convert it into pound force. Okay. So sabi nga natin kanina, pag ang mass is the same term as the force, katulad nito pound mass at saka pound force, okay, merong value ang ating K, which is sa English, it is 32.174. Take note, itong nasa babang ito ay conversion factor. Hindi siya local gravitational acceleration. Just so happen na pareho sila ng value. Okay? So, ang ating K is 32.174. Ito yung kanyang unit. Ito yung equivalence niya. So, makikita natin dito, if you use this formula, makakancel na yung pound mass feet per second square, matitira na lang unit is pound force. Okay? So, next meeting na tayo magbigay ng example kasi mahirap pag hindi gumana yung aking tablet. Hindi natin ma-explain ng ayos. So, next meeting, we're going to start again with system of units and then other definition of terms doon sa chapter 1, katulad ng thermodynamic system, types of system, we have the open at the closed system, and then some other terminologies. Okay, we have the properties of substances katulad ng density, specific volume, pressure, temperature, and so on. And conservation of mass. So, tatapusin natin yan kasi third week yon dahil on the fourth week, we have the exam. Ay, nako. Okay na. So, it's 11:51. So, tapusin na natin yung GMAT para yung remaining 1 hour will be used for your assignment. And take note, ang assignment ninyo is, again, in your notebook, you're going to write down all the lectures for chapter 1. Na isa-isa na natin yung laman niya. The properties, pressure, temperature, the zeroth law, and then conservation of mass. Yun yung topic natin for first quiz. So, advanced reading kayo You write down all the lectures sa inyong notebook, all the formulas, all the units. Now, uh, also another assignment is the mechanical devices. So, start nyo na siya para uh, ma-present, ma-submit nyo na din sa Google Classroom and actually hanggang next week naman siya. You still have 1 week for that assignment. Okay, so ituloy na lang natin next meeting ang lecture. Mas maganda pag face-to-face para mas na-explain natin yung lecture. Okay? So, Miss... Sino nga aking coordinator? Kalimutan ko. Si Magnayi. Okay. Magnayi, saan nga tayo nagkaklase ng face-to-face sa RGR ba? Tama nga, no? So, i-request ko lang sa'yo na magdala ng projector. Pwede ba tayo makahiram sa IE department ng projector para magamit natin?
Pwede naman po siguro.
Okay.
Alam ko.
Kasama kasi ng projector ang ano nga tawag doon sa connector? HDMI.
Opo.
And also the anong tawag doon sa extension cord. Kompleto yon So, baka pwedeng makahiram sa IE department. Siguro naman pwede. Pwede kang manghiram ka and then yun yung gagamitin natin sa face-to-face.
Sige po, ma'am.
Okay na. Kung walang mahihiram, ay din sa office tayo manghihiram. Meron ding available doon. Okay? So, tingnan natin kung pag nagpangita tayo sa Friday para madali yung lecture. Okay na. So, that's it. Tuloy na lang natin next meeting kasi nahihirapan ako pag hindi ko nasusulat yung conversion ng units na yun. Baka hindi nyo maintindihan. So, another assignment is be familiarized with the different units na malimit natin gagamitin sa thermodynamics, which is mass, unit, lahat ng unit ng mass. Dadalawa naman yun, kilogram at saka pounds lang alam natin. Tons, okay. And also, unit ng volume, kasi malimit natin gamitin yun. And all the other conversion units, SI and metrics. Be familiarized with those units para pagdating natin ng exam, ay kaya nasa ulo nyo na yung gallons, ano ba yung gallons, ano ba yung quarts, ano ba yung ounces, yung mga pampahirap sa exam. And then, pagdating sa volume, ay volume ng container, ay baka mapalagay yan sa isang, anong tawag dito? Sa conical na cylinder naka-conical pa. So, you have to know the volume of other solid container. Okay? So, just review lang. Review nyo lang yung mga units na yan. Okay? So, for now, do you have any question so far? Kung wala na, walang sumasagot, let us end this G-Meet. And since nakapag-picture na tayo kanina, yun na yung ating attendance. And see you next meeting. Okay na? So, goodbye, class.
Bye
Thank
po,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you po.
Bye.
Thank you po.
Thank you po. Sa mga nag-heart na yan,